Greetings and welcome to episode 12 of the Arcade Raiders podcast. This is what happens when you give a group of content creators a microphone and an audience. I'm Jeremy, and with me to help deliver these shenanigans is my good friend Jessee. Jessee, how are you, sir?
I'm not doing too bad. It's been a freaking week, though. How are you doing yourself, Jeremy?
Oh, man, I'm doing great. It's been a really, really busy week. Lots of stuff going on, but I've been doing pretty good.
Yeah, did we talk about what today happened?
Oh, guess today, since this is going to be airing on Monday morning, we are now in the midst of Blizzcon 2019.
You know what got launched? You know what they teased, right?
What did they tease, sir?
Oh, Diablo IV, baby! They added a druid class.
Diablo IV.
I could be a freaking bear.
So let's talk about that. They come out straight out guns a-blazing with the Diablo IV. Well, before that, the head guy got on stage and, did his apologies, without going into too much politics. He got on stage. Alan Brack got on stage and did his apologies. But then they went straight into Diablo IV, and people went nuts. People went crazy.
See? That's what we wanted. I didn't want to bring my freaking phone just to play Diablo. I wanted my Diablo 4. And I agree.
As a side note, there was no talk about Diablo Immortals. Did you notice?
I noticed.
Nothing. It'll probably be in a panel, like a side panel, but there was nothing about Diablo.
By the way, Diablo Immortals don't launch in February. Anyway, back to Diablo 4. Did you see that beautiful opening cinematic? That was
probably the most beautiful cinematic I have ever seen from
so
Blizzard
beautiful,
and from
so
anything.
gruesome. It was just downright awesome.
Yep, it looks like we have, I guess it's the mother of the devil? I guess that's what I got. Lilith was the name?
I think it was daughter. Mother or daughter wants to, so Lilith, yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess it's like, I don't know. I didn't quite get it. I just understood it was just kind of some sort of spawn or something of the devil or from the devil.
I'm just glad there's another evil girl in the whole Blizzard universe that isn't Kerrigan.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
And this one is Lilith. So we saw some gameplay. The gameplay looked pretty interesting. Of course, one of the big talks was the big burly, barbarian-looking dude that was a druid turned into a bear, started mauling people. Yes, it looked really cool. I was really excited about that one. I'm really excited. I'm not a huge Diablo fan, but I will play this one. I will play Diablo 4. I only have about 15 hours in Diablo 3. Of course, I played 1 and 2 back in the day, so I will definitely be looking at this one.
I won't be saying my time out of respect. 300 hours. Sorry.
300. Wow. No judges.
I do seasons, and I grind Paragon.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. That's what most people do, right?
Yeah, I mean, you want to get that specialty pet.
Yep. Yep.
And then I think we saw some more stuff, another WoW expansion.
We did, and this one actually has my interest. It started out, on the ice throne with Bolvar, who, a little history about Bolvar is he took Arthas's place as the Lich King to kind of help control everything. So without Bolvar, the Scourge the Frozen Scourge just goes crazy. So he took the Frozen Throne, and so you get Sylvanas coming in and basically breaking the helmet, and everybody was like, holy crap, this is nuts. And then, of course, the world opens up, and now we're in the Shadowlands, which is like the Undead Lands, which is awesome. The characters looked really cool. Some of the new things that they're talking about here with the new factions and the covenants, it looks really neat and potentially has enticed me once again to kind of go in and play.
I mean, that's your green to follow all you want to,
That's we'll see what happens. I don't know yet. I'm still on the fence about Classic, which they did mention Warcraft Classic several times, and how it was, they loved it still, and they're loving the fans and people coming back. And he mentioned there were millions of players that came back. Millions of players that came back. And when he did it, I kind of noticed a little smirk on his face. I don't know if that was a little smirk to signify, this is really cool and this is rad, or oh yeah, please keep giving us your money. So you can kind of look at his face, but I was really cool about that one. Then of course the Hearthstone, they're adding a new Hearthstone expansion.
It's not a card game. It's not a card game. That's all it is.
But they're adding some new legendary items and our cards and some new legendary abilities. But apparently there's an auto battler mode, is what people are saying. So there's an auto battle mode. I guess it's kind of like auto chess or something. I don't know. I didn't get too much into that one. I don't play a ton of Hearthstone. It's kind of
hurts me.
Hit or miss.
That hurts me so much.
It looks kind of cool though. All I noticed is one of the cards, one of the heroes on the cards had like 72 hit points and like 72 attack, or 72 attack and 72 defense. And I was like, holy crap, that's a monster. So how are those things going to play out? I don't know. We'll see. But Hearthstone again, they announced a few Heroes of the Storm things. Unfortunately, Heroes of the Storm is not being supported as it once was, which is kind of a bummer. But it's just, it is what it is on that end. I still love Heroes of the Storm. I think it's a fantastic MOBA. But unfortunately, they've put it way on the back burner. But the other news besides Diablo IV was Overwatch 2.
I still think it's too early for an Overwatch 2, but I love the fact they're putting in a PvE mode.
Exactly. I actually, my son and I were talking about this on the way home a little bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
We both kind of agree that it's almost like my son basically said, I think they've run out of ideas. And I was like, I think they just hit a kind of a roadblock. Like, this is as much they can do in a game. Like, oh, we can just keep adding new characters and new maps. But at the end of the day, that's not going to be enough. We're going to have to add, some more characters, some more maps. We need to add, some more abilities, some more talent trees, some more, the ability to synergize with players. So PvP, PvE. And I thought it was really cool how they said that all the cosmetics you currently own will unlock and transfer over to Overwatch 2. So that's like skins and sprays and poses and, all those sorts of things will come over to Overwatch 2. But the main thing they didn't say about this, pretty much everything but Hearthstone, is they really never gave dates.
They didn't.
So,
and I think that's good. Let it be done when it's done,
Let it stew a little bit. I agree. I think let it stew a little bit. Let's see what you got. Let's get after BlizzCon, get the feedback from your followers and see where you stand. But no, I that Overwatch 2, that announcement cinematic, it hit me straight in the feels. There's one part in it when I was like, oh my gosh, please tell me they're not fixing to do what I think they're fixing to do.
Yeah,
please tell me they're not.
I think I know what part you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it, but I was about to break down. I was like, holy crap, please do not do what I think you're fixing to do. And they didn't. So that was really cool. I was really worried for a second. I was like, man, they're going to do this. And anyway, watch the Overwatch announcement cinematic, and you'll probably get what I'm talking about, guys, if you're kind of listening and if you're watching right now. And on that note, we are actually streaming live on Mixer at mixer.com/Skyroby or mixer.com/AttackBurger.
Yeah.
Little promotion there for us.
Might as well.
Yeah, no. So all in all, you felt pretty good about BlizzCon? The opening
I felt
ceremony?
like I'm fine to get my money. Trust me, I was fine that day one. Like when the Diablo 4, I was like, yo, I got a wallet right here. I'll get the Lux dish. I don't give a how much it costs. Like $400? Sure, why not? What, it comes with a giant freaking head? Sure, I don't know where to fucking put it, but I will fucking give you my wallet right now. Look, there it is. It's all for you, Blizzard.
Child? Yes, we can get one of those for you real quick.
Hang on, let me just see if I can make it rain like real quick for the Blizzard. There we are, Blizzard. Yeah.
What can I sell, Blizzard? Do you need a house? I can give you.
Do you need a kidney? I will give you a kidney.
Yeah. So I mean, all in all, it was great. They very quickly mentioned Warcraft Reforged or Warcraft 3 Reforged.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
Yes.
So basically, if you pre-ordered it, you get access to beta. And then, yeah, if you pre-order it, you get access to beta, or if you're at BlizzCon, or if you got the virtual ticket, you get it this Tuesday. So that's pretty neat. I think all in all, it was a pretty big news day today. And speaking of news, it's time to welcome in some Arcade Raiders news. Let's take a look at what's on the news desk this week with Jessee.
Okay, guys, welcome to Arcade Raiders News. There was a lot of stories this past few weeks. Sorry for not being here last week, but the news just had me swamped, and well, here we are. Okay, we agree on one thing. Stop pissing off Epic. I mean, you know what the power they have, right? They got the money to kill you at this point.
They have
now you're probably wondering,
skills or a set of really nice...
They got a list of skills that they're good at, mostly spending over $1 million at a time. And yeah, you're probably wondering why they pissed out. Why is Epic pissed out? Fake V-Buck scams, hackers, someone camping with a rocket launcher? No, but that guy should be stopped. No. People are selling counterfeit Fortnite merch. Hey, great. Now, hold on. Jesse, you sex devil, you're probably telling yourself right now, what do you mean counterfeit clothing? I bought this shirt at Target. Well, that shirt's probably okay. Well, according to a new lawsuit by Epic, there are many new storefronts selling Fortnite merch to even unknown consumers using the Fortnite trademark. They are looked to shut down and transfer all online marketplaces such as Amazon, Twitter, and Facebook that do not have the Fortnite license. Oh, by the way, there are also over $2 million in statutory damages for each use of the Fortnite trademark. This sounds like an open and shut case. However, these counterfeiters are so great at hiding who the hell they are. Using fake things, fake addresses, to work from the shadows of a massive network of knockoffs to avoid being shut down. Seriously, why are people doing knockoffs? I thought maybe this would be the one thing Fortnite doesn't touch. Maybe this would be the one thing Fortnite doesn't touch. Nope. I guess they're going for you. Thank you, Chinese bootleggers.
They are going after everybody, man. They're cracking down on this counterfeit stuff, I heard. So, I mean, it's flattering. I guess imitation is the best form of flattery, but woo, I would not want to be on the receiving end of that little pink piece of paper from that lawyer anytime soon.
You know what? I would love to see, if they do track down people, they finally get the location, who are you?
Yeah. It could be just, honestly, it's probably potentially some mom and pop shop,
Maybe.
It's potentially some mom and pop shop, basically. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily it's like this, side corporation, it's potentially just a mom and pop shop. But my whole thing right there is $2 million in damages for each and every use.
Yes.
Holy crap. That's just nuts. Anyways, I don't blame them. I know they stick the lawyers on them. Hell, they've probably got a really good, law staff with them right now. So I'm sure they got a whole team on retainer, several teams on retainer. So
trust me, they have that $1 million a minute hand going. Okay,
yeah,
it's got to sell $300 V-Bucks. Get them lawyers.
Yeah, get the lawyers. We're gonna take your money and then we're gonna burn it. That's because that's basically what they do, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's really nuts.
Hey, speaking of more really screwed up things, okay, I'm got a big old wheel here today, but you know what? If I spun it, guess who's gonna be on top list? Hey, it's EA. Now let's take a moment to laugh at EA. Origin sucks. Speaking of Origin, aren't you sick of that and tired of having to go to Origin to play one game? Well, joy to the world, guys. Good old Lord Gaben is going to save us with the new partnership with EA. That means EA games are now going to be sold back on Steam after 8 years. Well, not all EA games will be available at launch. Their first game, of course, will be starting off would be Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Later this year, Sims 4 and Unravel 2 will be coming its way, and more franchises come in next year. Full details have not been given out this partnership, but we do know that EA Access will be coming along as well to Steam. Lord Gabe Newell said, we are excited to partner with EA, not only bringing their games, but also opening our communities to theirs. Now, EA said that players on Origin and Steam will not have the ability to play together yet, but soon, hopefully. And then Lord Gaben asked to bend the knee. And let's see if EA does respond. So, I thought you enjoyed that, Scott.
Yeah, first of all, Lord Gabe Newell, and then bend the knee. It's almost like this is Game of Thrones for developers, video game developers.
Listen. Okay, someone has to have that knee bending. Someone has to roll top tier at this point.
I guess so. Hey, here's an idea. Maybe this is just Steam's way of saying, hey, we're fixing to buy EA. I mean, I know it's not going to happen ever, but
it's not going to happen. But
it's kind of interesting that all of a sudden, EA. I wonder if EA was just is needing money, or if they were that big of a moneymaker, on Origin or on Steam. I'm sure they were. I'm sure it makes a ton of money, or they could have potentially negotiated, that extra % that the developers get. So,
I think right now there's a lower usage. Sorry, not used, but a more a lower sales point on PC because they're only on one thing.
Yeah.
They have come to Humble Bundle recently on their own oh, here's our deal on Star Wars Fallen Order, they're doing Sims. Which is great. I think it's more so that way they have more of a presence on PC than it's have you guys tried Origin? No? Okay. And they just go back to the sandbox crying in the corner no one wants to play on PC with us.
Yeah, maybe it honestly will get rid of Origin. I think that would be great. I'm not a huge fan of it because you're right. There's not many games that I play on Origin. It's hit or miss because most of those games I play, I play, games around Xbox, which I really don't need that. But one good thing about that is, GOG, Good Old Games, they're actually going to have oh my gosh, an application that pulls in all. So, that's been a good thing for that. But yeah, I know that was a little tangent there, but I don't really use Origin much. And if they put all their games on Steam, what would be the purpose of keeping Origin running? Other than people paid for this. I don't know. I don't get it. But
I think they're going to treat it more like Uplay does it. You get a game from Steam, you got the Uplay on the side, boom.
Yeah, I gotcha. And that'd be cool. I think that's a perfect idea. I think it's really cool that they're actually doing this with Jedi Fallen Order, because Jedi Fallen Order is going to be a huge game. I feel Jedi is going to be a really big game and potential contender for Game of the Year. So I'm really excited about it. So, but I still am gonna play it on Xbox One probably.
I'm gonna play on PC because I don't want to go my Xbox room. It's too far away at this point. Yeah,
I get you. Well, that's pretty cool. I say bring EA back to Steam. Maybe we'll see some sales on Steam that we really don't see on Origin too much.
What, do you mean actual deals, not just save 20% off when you buy 4 games?
Save 13% off when you subscribe to us for 7 years, and then you buy one game. And but if you buy one game, then you got to get a controller, and with the controller, don't forget about getting this book. And gosh, I don't even want the game anymore.
Make sure you do get some Origin access with you, because we'll give you a discount that time too.
Are you sure? But we'll give you these coins that. Well, oh my gosh, it just goes way too far.
Hey, and speaking of Lord Gabe and House Valve, in their great collection of games, something wasn't right. If you keep up with the story of the loot boxes, Counter-Strike Global Offensive had probably some of the most controversial past. Looking at you, CSGO gambling sites.
Yeah.
Where you just gamble skins and hope for something in return. Well, this time they're looking at the keys to unlock containers. Those that you're unfamiliar, I'll explain. The loot boxes work in CSGO as you get a loot box, then you can go to the marketplace or buy direct from Steam one key to unlock and see what you get. So, a great way to make money. Well, Valve is making so that you cannot resell these keys on the marketplace. Now, we're all thinking it, what the hell? Why, Burger? Why is this happening? I can't believe I'm saying these words in the podcast. Well, Valve is now making it so you can't resell keys on the marketplace because Valve has learned that these keys are being used to launder money.
Wow. That's crazy. I wouldn't even think about reselling, these keys to launder my money. It almost makes you wonder, how deep that went. Like, how did they discover
sure.
this? How deep did they went? What lawyer came to them and was like, hey, listen.
We do have a quote from Valve here, too. In the past, most key trades were reserved between legitimate customers. However, worldwide fraud networks have recently shifted to using CSGO keys to liquidate gains. At this point, nearly all key purchases end up being traded and sold in the marketplace and are believed to be fraud sourced.
Wow.
So, I guess if Epic wants to hire a hit for their lawsuit, they can just use those, Steam keys and switch back and forth. And hey, I guess that's your answer right there. Use CS:GO keys, and you can buy stuff legally.
Wow, that's even. I don't even know what to say to this. I think it's crazy, especially when I guess the Steam was alerted, like you said, by this by some global source. Is that what it said?
By some global source.
Huh. That's crazy.
So
I do know. I guess any pre-existing keys are fine, though.
Yes, they are.
Okay,
fine.
but up until a certain point. So I guess a certain date they're just going to stop. So I guess any keys from a certain date forward, they'll no longer be able to be resold.
Yep.
Wow.
I want to know how take two. I don't know how this money comes through to the other person with a key. Like, where the transfer point here? Like, I buy a key, I have the money for my illegal something I gave this person.
Yeah.
And now I got the money in my account. How do I get the stuff from my account?
I don't have a clue. I don't know. I can't even say that I understand what's going on, really. I guess there's some pretty elaborate scheme. It had to be pretty elaborate for it to take this long before they were actually caught, So.
Yeah.
Maybe they sell the account and, for exchange of money, or maybe, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a little weird, and I can't even dare to think about how they do it, but I'm sure it's probably some elaborate scheme. But, I guess,
this guy, we need some legal stuff now for Arcade Raiders. We're gonna start doing some blue stuff, and then we're gonna make some money off these keys for CS:GO.
That's no.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm good. I'm
science. My name is Jessee. We're
set
boom,
here. There we go. I'll just change my name to Walter, and we're good, right? You don't want to stay in underpants in the first episode. You're in Texas. That's close to New Mexico. I just got to end every sentence you say with the word "yo," right?
Yo, dog. Science.
Oh my gosh.
Science, dogs. Yeah, yo.
That's nuts. I think that's weird. How all this has happened, how it's kind of going through, but it's an interesting story. I would kind of want to see if anything comes of this, or if they discover any one person or one group specifically, where all this stuff came from. It could potentially boil down to one group of people, or this whole underground ring of stuff that was actually doing this. It'd be pretty interesting to see if that group would get caught and see what would happen.
I just want to know exactly why you CS:GO keys at this point. Are we just too lazy to Bitcoin each other?
I guess. And that shows you that also shows you the popularity of CS:GO. CS:GO is still an extremely popular game worldwide, and maybe there's a lot of money out there.
If you want to do illegal drug trails,
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. I think that does it for the news desk, but wait, there's more.
There's more. So normally, guys, we decide to do a mailbag where we take a letter from you guys. Unfortunately, we haven't had a letter come by in a little bit of time, so we decided just to kind of keep talking about the news. So I figured I would throw because I usually do the mailbag part here, so I figure this is the part that I would give in my news of the week. I could never quite hope to wear the pants of Jessee here in his news.
Unless you're a size 42, 38, go for it.
God, you are huge.
I'm a big bitch.
But anyway, so I wanted to kind of bring some news because I had some cool news articles. Number one, since we haven't really been talking too much lately, we haven't been, we've had 2 weeks off here and we've kind of had some stuff going on. But I don't think we got time to address the Fallout 76 debacle. and kind of, talk a little bit about that. But okay, so Fallout 76, if you guys didn't hear, they basically went to this potential paid subscription. For like $12.99 a month, you could get things like a personal server for you and 7 of your other friends. You get some in-game currency. You get some other, ins and outs. It's not a lot of stuff. It seems like a lot of stuff. It's really not. And to me, it's very similar to the Elder Scrolls Online subscription fee that you can pay if you want to be one of those people, or one of those,
one of those weirdos. Yeah,
not weirdos. One of the, just one of the people that pay for the extra stuff to have access to the things. So they did that, and it just dug themselves deeper and deeper and deeper because people got pissed. It's just, people are feeling it's just another way for them to cash grab on a game that's just broken and horrible servers and laggy graphics. They still have not given a date for the NPCs and the other content coming, so they've kind of been real elusive with that. So I guess their whole strike was like a couple days before Outer Worlds come out, they all of a sudden go, oh, we're gonna make Fallout 76 better to attract more people. Well, they did not do that. So yeah, the Fallout First debacle for Fallout 76 is kind of what I'm referring to. So some other things kind of snowballed from that. Number one, Fallout First, so apparently Bethesda and ZeniMax forgot to register the website Fallout First. So somebody grabbed it, somebody got it and purchased the domain. So that's one thing that happened. There were also...
What's on it anyway? I'm kind of curious. What's on Fallout First?
I think they've pretty much bought it back since then.
Oh, god damn it.
I think, I'm not 100% sure. But so some other things that happened is they also put in... So during the so this is kind of funny. There were people that were actually protesting in-game. So they weren't even playing the game. They were just protesting in-game. And then there was apparently a whole bunch of issues with the servers, the private servers not even being completely private. So they were trying to fix that. And then there was an issue with apparently that people that have the Fallout First have this special like icon around their nameplate and out in the wild. And people were going around and killing everybody that was a Fallout First.
Oh yeah, I would too. I would too.
So it's just terrible. And then I read this article from today. Fallout 76 buyers entitled to refund, Australia rules. So this is coming from Polygon and Owen Good. Basically found that in a statement and all this litigation that if you bought the game, when a consumer has purchased a product that has a fault which amounts to a major failure, the Australian consumer law provides them with the right to ask for their choice of either repair, replacement, or refund. So apparently, Fallout 76 and not being a complete game and being janky and all this crap is illegal in a sense, and people can ask for their money back. So because of all these, launches or bad launches because of this stuff, they actually have been asked to refund money. As long as you bought the game from November 21st, 2018, which is the launch date, until June 1st, 2019, you can request a refund if you are in Australia.
Your game is that bad where people request a refund now.
Yeah. So it just gets deeper and deeper. And at this point, are they approaching the kind of the whole, negative stigma that Anthem received? Is it fair they're receiving this, this negative stigma and all this crap? I don't know. I played Fallout 76 for maybe 20 hours and just went, you know what? This is not for me. I would rather play Fallout
20 hours. 4. I'm sorry you went for 20 hours that game.
Yeah, that was a long 20 hours too.
20 hours just wandering around going, okay, now what? Oh, I can't play myself? Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. So that was...
I just feel this whole year has been Bethesda that's digging this giant freaking hole for 76. Like, we got NPCs, and people are like, okay, we'll come back, but wait, Battle Royale mode. Gotta dig that hole, because Battle Royale save games.
it's it's a mess, you guys. I still like Bethesda games. I still like Fallout games. I always support the games. If it makes you happy, it makes you happy. But man, that's a little. I feel like they can't get anything right, and it just seems like, you're in a business that, strike one, okay, strike two, strike three. It's like people are done after strike three, and I think with Bethesda, this is like strike 10. With this Fallout ordeal. So I don't know. I don't know how much longer the Fallout 76 will last. I don't know how much the Fallout 76 or Fallout First will, or whatever it's called, the First will add. I don't know. I think we're gonna see, but people are very, very upset.
How many people are currently playing Fallout 76?
Oh, I don't know I've heard it's not a very big population any longer. I've heard it's not a very big.
They just killed their population. They just pretty much half the population again.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So it's just it's dwindling and dwindling and dwindling and dwindling, and at some point you're not going to make enough, to keep the servers on, So I don't know.
Oh, another failed experiment.
I think so. I think it possibly is. But speaking of experiments, I am skipping around a few things in the notes, by the way. Xbox All Access. If anybody's ever heard of the Xbox All Access program, it's basically a plan in which you can subscribe to Xbox Live Gold, Game Pass, as well as getting some Xbox One hardware. It's a system to where it launched last year, last summer, I think in 2018 or something like that. So basically, you could get an Xbox One S or an Xbox One X, depending on which one you wanted, for something like $22 a month, or even like $35 a month. To where you basically pay for the monthly service until you pay out and you own the console. Well, they announced last week that they are actually making it to where if you subscribe to the service, you actually get the option to upgrade to Project Scarlet console, Microsoft's new console coming out in holiday 2020, so you can actually get upgraded to that. So that's kind of a cool thing, especially if you're doing the Xbox All Access plan. Just make sure you kind of get the one to where it's going to have that ability to upgrade to the new Project Scarlet console, whatever they're going to call it, Xbox 2 or whatever, in holiday 2020. I don't know how you feel about that. I think it's a really kind of a cool option. I do know.
Yeah, I like the option.
I mean, it does for folks that can't drop $500-600 in one sitting. I think it's pretty cool. It's very similar to like a lot of the phone plans we have, I believe. But Microsoft is they're doing a lot and everything they can to get this console in people's hands. So basically, if you do that this Christmas, just know that in the future, make sure you get it to where you can upgrade to the new Project Scarlet when it does come out in 2020, or when holidays of 2020. So that's not too bad. I think that's a pretty cool thing, and I support it, and whatever helps people play video games, it's pretty cool.
I just want to know the final price in the Scarlet before I commit to this.
Yeah, no, I'd like to know too.
How much more extra would cost me to upgrade?
I see the Scarlet and potentially the PlayStation 5 are probably going to be. The rumors are they're still going to be right at that $500 price point. I just don't see how they can continue to stay at that $500 price point. I just don't. I see it going to upwards of $600, maybe $550.
They're full of pixies and fairies that run the hardware.
Yeah, pretty much.
On the side. Yeah.
They're breathtaking.
But as we keep going on in the future, our technology gets so much better and better.
Yeah,
where everything's becoming a little easier to access.
Yeah, it's getting more and more expensive too to develop some of these consoles. So I see that being kind of one of the other things they're trying to afford and pay for. But anyway, so a good program. I thought it was pretty cool. Also this week, another piece of news. I got two pieces more news. I promised, and we'll kind of get to some stuff. Did anybody catch the Witcher trailer this week for Netflix?
I did not.
Oh my gosh, Henry Cavill, just on appearances alone, Henry Cavill's really sold me. It is coming out December 20th on Netflix, so Henry Cavill has sold me on this. Even the other characters, with Yennefer is there, Ciri's there, so you're going to get to see some of these, people come in. But the biggest thing was that really when the internet lost its mind was Henry Cavill in a bathtub. That was so awesome because it almost looked exactly like Geralt in the bathtub.
Like the whole Geralt, like,
Yes,
standard bathtub
from Witcher
scene.
3, and I was like, holy crap, that looks awesome.
Oh, you're like, hello.
And then
hi.
in all of the, like, it shows, too, I don't think Henry Cavill's the best actor in the world, but I think he's built like a superhero. You know, I think his whole, like, all of his demeanor and things built like a superhero. And the whole time, like, it's showing, like, scenes of him, he's got just the Geralt look, like it's just lost, soulless, you know, no emotion. So I think it's going to be good. I'm really excited about it. Bring it on. Are you going to watch the Witcher series?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to watch it. I want to see how many sex scenes that Netflix allowed.
Yeah. That's they'll probably I'm thinking they'll censor some things.
They're going to censor the fuck out of it. But
I mean, I'll
still watch it. I love the whole mythology in Witcher. You know?
Yeah, so the novels and stuff that Sapkowski's written.
What's a book?
Yeah, there's several novels actually.
Novel?
They're really good.
What's a novel?
Yeah, it's a novel.
I don't read. What's a novel?
They're these big bricks of paper with black writing on it.
I expect everything to be game-wise. I want everything to be game-related here.
It's going to be good.
If it's not based on the game, I'm going to be pissed off.
I'm pretty excited about it.
If I don't see someone trying to scale a mountain with a horse, I'm going to be pissed off too.
And that was one of the scenes. It shows him talking to Roach. His horse's name is Roach. So it shows him like talking to it. And you can tell he kind of has this special bond with Roach. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, no. So Witcher, Netflix. All right. Let's get down to my last piece of news that I wanted to talk about. Mixer. So if you guys have been living under a streaming rock, Mixer announced a couple weeks ago that we will see the introduction of some up and coming streamer named Shroud. Did I pronounce that correctly? Shroud. So Shroud is a fantastic streamer. A fantastic streamer. Been around for a long time. Knows the business. You know, is a competitive esports player. You know, from CS:GO.
Former C9 player for CS:GO
Cloud9.
and also put on Battlegrounds.
Yeah. So he's a stout player. So he is now exclusively streaming to Mixer. He debuted with many people watching him. So just a few shy of what we have watching us now on Mixer. But he debuted to many people. He is legit, man. He is amazing. I think he's such honestly, he's such an esport god that people study him. People study his moves. People study his eye motion. I was watching him play Call of Duty earlier. I got nauseous just watching him.
He is freaking insane. He can flick.
I got nauseous. I was like, I can't. I had to like scoot my chair back to kind of not be so close to the screen. I just couldn't keep, my eyes could not keep up. He's on a whole other plane. So I think he's a warm welcome to Mixer. I think it's going to be really awesome, really cool to see him, you know, bring some of that stuff to Mixer. I mean, he's a big star. He was basically one of Twitch's top. I think
he was third in line, right behind like Tifu, I guess.
I thought he was above quite a bit of those. I think he was above. I mean, he had last year alone. He had
definitely under Ninja where he was at.
Yeah, but I mean,
like,
he's bigger
right
on Mixer
there.
though. I feel Shroud is going to be, you know, is bigger on Mixer. So adding to Ninja, we got Shroud, and the cool thing about Shroud is one of the statistics they boasted last year, 2019 alone. Twitch, he had over 15 million hours watched in wait, what? So a 2019 record high hours watched total of 15 million in February.
Yeah, dude, he is freaking that good.
Whoa, that just blows my mind. Like, yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm really excited to see, you know, kind of what he can do for the platform. So, and last week we actually, if you noticed, last week another small streamer by the name of King Gathalion is also now on Mixer. And King Gathalion is one that brings a lot of business into the whole streaming world. As if you know anything about King Gathalion, he is not just a streamer. He also is one of the founders of Guardian Con, which is with Professor Broman, T-Rex, and all those folks right there. He is part of that whole thing, and he's just fantastic. He's one of the first streamers that I ever watched. He's a big fan of Destiny 2 and Borderlands.
Yeah.
But he's not afraid to all of a sudden one day go, you know what? I'm playing Luigi's Mansion 3. It's what he's done for the past couple days. He's like, you know what? I'm going to play Luigi's Mansion 3 or Luigi's Mansion 3, and that's what I'm going to do. But
it's like I've been saying before, we don't need another like BR pro shooter guy. We need a variety streamer.
Yeah, I think he is.
We got our boy.
Yeah, he is.
We got our boy.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah.
He is perfect, and he brings a lot of experience. And especially one thing that he brings, and he even talked about it on his video, was he brings a lot of charity.
He does.
Yeah, he brings a lot of charity. So I think that's cool. I think it's neat. The only other thing I can add to this conversation is Loaded is a brand company that basically takes care of influencers and is strategic with them. So basically, they're like agents. I just want to kind of pose this. Ninja is one of the talents. Shroud is one of the talents. Do you kind of get where I'm going here?
I do.
There's also Lyric and Munition, which is a badass esports player. Summit and Tim the Tapman. So my next question is, who is next?
Well, I think I can pull this up here. Looking at this whole thing, I can tell you right now, Tim the Tapman won't hop over. He is doing like a lot of the NFL stuff with Twitch,
Yeah.
so he's not to come over. Lyric is gonna be a hard pull. I think Summit is also gonna be a hard pull as well too. I'm gonna go on this bomb list here. We've got a lot of smaller names. I would say maybe Dr. Loophole, who wants to fall right behind Ninja's fame.
Potentially, yeah.
Or we can just pull another like variety streamer of some sort, like a giant waffle or something like that. Or we get another esports player in general, like Skadoodle.
Or I'm thinking Ammunition.
Voy Boy. Yeah. But we'll wait and see what happens. It could be someone like not even part of
Yeah,
this.
it could be. You're correct. You know, you could be correct. I just thought that was interesting is when I started kind of looking at it, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Anyway, so all in all to say, welcome to Mixer. I like I said, I think this is some amazing stuff happening. They're good folks, hands down. These are good folks. So I'm interested, and I think it's going to be really cool. And that's pretty much all the news I have. Are you ready for the next segment?
We still got a little more. We cannot forget. We got some free stuff.
Continue.
Let's see, guys. This week on the Epic Store till the 7th, you can pick up SOMA and Costume Quest. Xbox Games with Gold, you can pick up Sherlock Holmes, The Devil's Daughter, and Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. PlayStation Plus games, you can pick up Nioh and Outlast 2. So, definitely pick up Nioh.
Yeah.
Get yourself some Dark Souls Ninja stuff.
Yes. And with Nioh 2 going into beta here pretty quick. They mentioned that Nioh 2 might not even be out till next gen. But, yeah.
Yeah. Outlast 2, I heard that game one's like really a sucky one versus Outlast 1. Star Wars Jedi Fighter, that would be the Xbox, OG Xbox version, so enjoy that one. One of old classic games. If you want to get like bored and solve a whole case in like less than a night, get Sherlock Holmes. I play that one. Costume Quest, you got good old Tim Safer, the good Tim. Pretty much with his weird humor. It's like a weird like trick-or-treating RPG. It's like a kid's first RPG, but it's alright. It's alright. I played it like twice.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And then SOMA, of course, if you want your more spookiness.
Yeah.
But I think that does it for the news this week, guys. We'll be back with more crap on my desk, I guess. Maybe skies.
All right, this is the next segment. Each week, we also like to discuss the new or old games that we are playing, or what we like to call What is tickling our funny bits? Jesse, what games are tickling your funny bits this week?
I like to take a moment to say I love The Outer Worlds. I think it's a great RPG. I think definitely I will see more of this. At the same time, I want to cuss out The Outer Worlds for having a bug when I get to the last door and I unseal it and I enter the door and all of a sudden my game crashes. So I don't get to experience the end of The Outer Worlds. Instead, I get to yell at it, going, the fuck? But I did drop like 2 saves for it, so I might just have to go back and replay it. But that game is freaking tight. Like, downright, I love some of the companions. I mean, the companions are great this time around. I'd probably be like, okay, there's another companion I give a shit about. I actually care about these companions. Like, I want you to be happy. What can I do to make you happy? Tell me. And I'm just like, looking like, are you okay with your helmet? Yeah, you like that. Did that improve our lockpicking together? Yes, it does.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
As well as, I don't know, I've been diving back into a little bit of Spire, hopping back into that a little bit. It's been a very, like, time, I guess, for me. It's like, it's just Outer World. I want to complete that. I'm just like staring at it like I want to complete Outer Worlds, but I can't because the game won't finish for me. And I tried bringing my Xbox to see like, there's a cloud save. I can bring my Xbox like they have most of the other games like Forza. Nope. So I'm standing there pissed off like, you son of a bitch, I'm gonna freaking end you. So help me God, patch it now. So that's what's tickling and punching my funny bits. Jeremy, what is tickling your funny bits?
Well, now that you mentioned Outer Worlds has gone beyond tickling my funny bits. I think so far it is my game of the year. I think Outer Worlds is fantastic. I think that a couple years ago, I think that Microsoft was looking for things to buy, walked in that studio and saw what Obsidian was doing and went, oh shit, we have to lock this down right now. And I think that they saw that Obsidian is going to knock it out of the water. I think there needs to be an Outer Worlds 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, MMO, Battle Royale.
No, we're not going to. There's a Fallout, okay? We're not going to follow this here.
I would play Outer Worlds till the cows come home. I want to see more stories. I love the companions. I could not put this game down. I beat it in about 32 hours. It would have been slightly longer if I wouldn't have messed up 2 things. I messed up 2 things that prevented me from doing a bunch of side quests. And when I realized it, I was at that last area and I was like, oh wait, this sucks. But then I was like, let's just see how this plays out. I'm just going to play this out. And I played it out. It was awesome. It was awesome. I loved the endings I got. I got to watch Jork Gaming, who's a streamer on Mixer. I got to watch his playthrough. And at the end, his playthrough results were totally different than mine. And I thought it was amazing. So Outer Worlds has done, I thought about doing a second playthrough, but I was like, no, I've got other stuff to do. I might some other time, maybe around Christmas or something, I might do another playthrough.
Definitely some other time. Like, give it time to simmer.
Yes,
you know?
Exactly. So other than Outer Worlds, I've been playing Earthbound, which I'm still in love with Earthbound. I'm a little over halfway through. And then after BlizzCon today, I am kind of thinking that Blizzard games will be tickling my funny bits here pretty soon. So, Jesse, what do you have future tickling of funny bits? What games are coming out this week?
Oh, we got some game releases for the week of November 4th. Guys, Just Dance 2020 for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, Stadia, and Wii. Somehow the Wii's in there. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I know, right? Surprise! Wii game, okay. Mario Sonic at the Olympic Games, Tokyo 2020 for the Switch. Planet Zoo for PC. Red Dead Redemption 2 for PC. Garfield Kart, Furious Racing. PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Game of the year right there. Disney Tassoom for Switch. Layton's Mysterious Journey, Catarelli, and the Millionaire's Conspiracy Deluxe Edition for a Switch. Longest title of the week. Give it that title. Need for Speed Heat for the PS4, Xbox One, PC. New Super Lucky Tales for Switch. And finally, Death Stranding for PS4.
So what are you looking for there? What games are you looking there that you're excited about?
Just Dance 2020 for the Wii. I mean, out of anything, that's game of the year right there. I can't wait to dust off my Wii just to play Just Dance 2020. Oh boy. No, out of anything... Yeah, I'll say it's kind of my off week, I guess. I mean, I'm good with Outer Worlds.
Yeah, so there's a few things here that I'm curious about. Number one is Planet Zoo. So I've been following Planet Zoo for over a year now, and the game looks really cool. If you like sim games where you just want to create a zoo and run your own zoo, it looks really cool. I'm pretty excited about it. Red Dead 2, the PC version looks amazing, gorgeous, beautiful. I've got an Xbox One X, so I'll probably just skip it. Layton's Mystery Journey. Okay, so Layton's Mystery Journey, this is a detective game. Detective Layton. There's a whole series of these games that are on mobile and old school CD-ROMs. It's a huge gaming series. Like, the Layton's Mystery games are huge.
I felt like Professor Layton, like the old brain teaser, like I think we got that.
Yeah. So it's I believe it's that sort of stuff. So it's those have been around for a long time. The other one I was so excited about until I started reading reviews.
Oh, I know what it was.
Death Stranding.
And then you read the reviews.
I read the reviews, and every review after 80 hours, I was like, I don't need another flippin' 100-hour game right now.
You know what's going to be another 100-hour game. It's Kojima. It's Kojima. Remember Metal Gear Solid 5?
I beat Metal Gear Solid 5 in under 60 hours. Like, I didn't do everything in Metal Gear Solid 5. I went through the story, and I was satisfied.
After 80 hours, you'll finally beat the game.
So, I don't know. And then a lot of people, I read a review today from one journalist that I truly just think is I think the world of, and I think she's probably one of the best gaming journalists. Well, one of the two best gaming journalists that I've read. That I really kind of look at. Kat Bailey and Nadia Oxford. They're two fantastic journalists. And when I read her review, it was like it's a bunch of monotonous things. But the story that it's pieced together so well that it doesn't break up the monotony, but it seems like it's so weird and you want to know what's going on that it keeps you playing. And I don't know, like, I don't know if... I'm going to play it. Let's just be honest. But I'm guarded now. I'm kind of guarded now.
Or you can wait till 2020 it comes on PC.
That's true, yeah. But you got to wait a full year. Probably summer 2020 is what I'm hearing.
I'm fine with waiting because then there'll probably be some DLC out for free.
That's true, yeah. That's a pretty good point. I'll play it. I've got it pre-ordered. I think it actually charged me today, actually. On a side note.
And now you're gonna cancel it. Like we're done.
Well, but the thing is I when E3 happened, I still had 1 month left of my Best Buy Gamer Rewards program.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I pre-ordered 20 games, and so just so I got it at the cheap discounted price. Because if you pre-ordered it before your thing ran out, you get it at the discounted price. So when they charge you, you still get it at the discounted price. So I've just been, if I didn't want it, I would just cancel it a couple weeks in advance. I've only canceled 3 games that I really didn't. That after I saw reviews, I was like, I'll wait for those. But no, Death Stranding is definitely going to be a game I play. I'll probably be pouring over it next weekend.
Yeah, I'll wait till it comes in 2020 for cheaper.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I think we should get Just Dance 2020 for the Wii. I mean, who doesn't have a spare Wii line around their house? Oh boy, I can buy that for $15. If they're still selling this game for $60, what is that? Relic? What is that? Get rid of that.
That's my Wii, and then here's my Wii.
You fucking nerd!
Right there.
Get rid of that.
This is my shelf. Wii.
The shelf of shame. Gotcha. Hey, this is when we try to be healthy and.
No, so I mean,
then over to.
I guess me and you could do a Just Dance 2020. We could do a dance off.
No, I got standards. I'm just joking. I would not get that game at all. That's not my type of game at all. Like, I don't want to go, okay, yeah, this makes sense. Thank God for this Connect and stuff. I don't know what they do for that. I don't. I never played one.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Should we sell out?
Yeah, well, let's sell out, you guys. This is the segment of the show in which we like to sell out. Jesse, tell us where we can find you on the internet.
You can come find me at mixer.com/tapper. You can come find me at twitter.com/tapper. You can find me at instagram.com/tapper. You can come find me on Discord, discord.gg/burgernation. Jeremy, where can we find you at?
Well, Jesse, I'm glad you asked. You can actually find me as well on mixer.com/Skyroby or on Instagram and Twitter at Mr. Skyroby. That's MrSkyRobi. And folks, that does it for our time this week. Remember, our goal here at the Arcade Raiders podcast is to deliver our unique perspective into the video gaming world with random musings and discussions. Until we meet again, enjoy those games.